What's going on, good people? Could you imagine on your way home, or on your way to pick up your kids from school, or on your way home from work, you just driving, minding your own business, moving and grooving to your music, and you hear the police siren behind you. You pull over. You good, you straight, you know you got your license, you know you got your registration. But then when the police ask you to step out the car, and you say, I want a supervisor, and then the police decides to mace you instead of getting a supervisor and calling, instead of getting a supervisor, like you asked, he calls for backup. Then he maces you, and then at that point, you're calling 911, and you're trying now to drive to the police station. But you get boxed in, they pull out there, and you get hit 6 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you don't know you're hit until you get to the light, and you survive. You go to the hospital, they treat you, go to jail, and then the chief of police immediately says, you're free to go. The chief of police. The officer was suspended without pay pending investigation. Almost sounds unbelievable, right? Almost sounds like some type of Tubi movie, right? But check this out.
Turning to a developing story, newly released Ring video showing the moments a Detroit woman is pulled over by police, a traffic stop ending in fire.
Well, now she says she was 6 times and did nothing to deserve it.
Tonight, she is suing Detroit police for $25 million, saying the officer used excessive force.
The photos show the physical damage, but she says the pain goes far beyond what you can see.
7 News Detroit reporter Randy Wimbley hearing from the woman who filed that lawsuit and why she says this fight is about more than just her.
The part of my arm went in and out.
Tracey Allen showed us where she was struck 4 times in one arm, but she and her attorney say it's the scars you cannot see that will haunt her for the rest of her life.
I would be lying if I told you I was okay. Mentally, I'm not. Physically, I'm not.
Allen is suing the city of Detroit and the police officer she says shot last October, seeking $25 million in federal court.
This case is not about being anti-police. It's about accountability.
It all happened as officers boxed in Allen's SUV on Outer Drive near Concord. This following a traffic stop on Van Dyke and Savage. Police say Allen was pulled over for speeding, excessive window tint, and an obscured license plate.
I asked for a supervisor several times. He didn't give it to me, so I dialed 911. Told the operator that I feared for my life.
According to the lawsuit and DPD, the officer called for backup instead. The suit claims that same officer pepper sprayed Allen after trying to forcibly remove her from her SUV. Allen drove away, police caught up with her and tried to box her in. She describes what happened next.
He had already had his out, so I thought I was gonna get shot in my head. So he moved from the front to the side. As he moved to the side, he asked me to get out the car twice. I shook my head no. That's when he began to truck up. As he shot my truck up, I pulled off. I didn't know I was hit until I got to the light.
Allen was 6 times. The police department declined to provide a new statement, saying it does not comment on pending litigation. But Chief Todd Bettison was noticeably frustrated when he addressed the shooting last fall, saying body-worn camera footage contradicted what he was initially told.
She did give her license. She did give her registration. If a supervisor had been called, I don't think it would have went this way.
The officer remains on the force but has been suspended without pay since early November. Mark Curtis, the officer's defense lawyer, offered this statement. It's important that the facts be fully reviewed before any conclusions are drawn. An officer's actions must be evaluated based on what was known at the time, not through the lens of hindsight. We will continue to cooperate with investigators and trust the process will provide the necessary context. The State Police Task Force investigated the sentence findings to the Wayne County Prosecutor's Office for a charging decision back in late November. The Prosecutor's Office says it's still reviewing the case. A charging decision has not yet been made.
Man, that is some crazy and wild stuff right there. That is crazy. Now notice she said when the police when the police told her to step out the car, sprayed her pepper spray. But then notice when she said that they had her boxed in, the police already had his pulled out. And at that point, she said he stepped to the side and she pulled off trying to get to the police department. Because he probably came at her quite aggressively. But it's important that one fact that he stepped to the side, because what they always like to claim is, well, you try to use your vehicle to try to run somebody over. But she said clearly stepped to the side. Now, $25 million. I think she should make it $50 million, because the attorney's going to get the bulk of that, all right? And the policy procedure was violated when she asked for a supervisor. It was that chump cop responsibility to call for a supervisor, not to call for backup, all right? Now, when he pulled over, she had a license, she had a registration. Now, they never said why she was asked to get out the car, all right? I suspect, probably smelled some of that green stuff, So I suspect that, which is common. I wouldn't be surprised, but still, she asked for a supervisor. Should have called a supervisor. At no point in time was any type of weapon, any type of force where they had the need to pull out and do that to the alien. Oh, she gets $25 million. She gets $50 million. That officer is never allowed to work in law enforcement again, as well as hit his pockets too. All right. Yeah, we have to start holding these police officers accountable. And the fact that the chief of police said release her immediately. Release her immediately when she got locked up. That tells you something right there, right? The cops is suspended without pay. It's a done deal. It's a done deal. So, hey, you people in law enforcement, I respect the job that y'all have. Y'all have a rough job. You have a job that I would never want to do for any amount of money. However, you got to follow the procedures, the policies. You also have to be considerate and understand. Quit being so overboard and overzealous to do what you do. Anyway, love to hear what y'all have to say about it. Getting ready to sneeze. And I'm not editing it out. Love to hear what y'all have to say about this story. Put your comments in the comment section, and I'll catch you on another one. Man, that's crazy. That was crazy. 6 times, and she survived. Strong woman. Hey, I see your last name. Once you win that lawsuit, I may be related to you. Hey, cuz.